Bring him from the yard.
And I would like to thank my first mate supporters, Andre Cruz. This is Don the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you a build-off with Ron over at SoMo Diecast. And what we're going to be working on is this old F100. It's a Matchbox. Alright, let's get the ramps down here and back it off and see what we got going on. Pull my 2015 Silverado out of the way. Roll this up here. Now, where did I put my turntable? Alright. So what we're looking at here is an old Matchbox Roller-Matic. Completely covered in kid paint. The tabs are broken off the wheels that spin the thing around in the back that would have the lion on it. Cap's gone. And the kid paint has gotten this thing so it doesn't even turn at all. I do have some ideas for this. Let's just get a good look at that. The first thing I am going to do is throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner and see if I can get some of that paint off of there and get these parts separated without breaking them. Alright, well, I ran this thing through the ultrasonic cleaner this morning for about 15 minutes. I had to stop it early because I had to get to work, but I just put it in there for another 20 minutes or so, and this paint's just coming right off of there. So it looks like they painted it white more than one time. It's a different color underneath there. Must have really liked that white truck. Just trying to see. Probably go ahead and get this thing cleaned up the best I can with the toothbrush in the sink, and then we'll get it apart. Alright, so I just wanted to take a moment before I actually take this apart. Haven't drilled it yet or anything, and show you that I was able, if it'll turn, to get this back piece spinning all the way around. Now that's not going to stay, but I just wanted to show you that I got that out. And these, yeah, so there's that. Alright, so we got almost 100% paint removal on this. There's still a little bit sticking in there and underneath there and in the edges of the bed. But in all actuality, this bed's going to get cut out, and then we're going to fabricate a new one. So overall, alright, so we're going with a little bit different angle on this. I already got the saw in here, and I went around with the file and filed it up as much as I could. So we have these. And then we have these. And I think this is the one. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. And I haven't really picked a color yet for this thing. So, but what's really nice about these is, okay, so these are the green light wheels, and the axles will spin in there kind of hard because they're bigger than the originals. But I'm using the original suspension. I didn't even take it out of the base. Okay, so what I did the other night during a live stream on Instagram is I cut one cover, I cut one piece that will fit just inside. And if I decide to make a bed cover, I can make a piece a little bit bigger and glue it right to this, and that will secure it. Now, what I'd really like to do is build a bed. So this is a piece that fits inside, but it doesn't go down far enough, and with the wheels in, it sits up above and the wheels can still turn, but I want it to go down farther. So we have these posts in here that were there for the original wheel thing that was in the bed, for that to ride in, and we're going to cut those off. Also, since we're going to build an interior for this, I think I'm going to cut these off level with this part. So these three posts need to go, and these nubs here. Okay, so we got that done. Let's get these. Okay. So that looks like I may need to shim that up a little bit. So this is the piece that's going to be, I cut this and measured it for the back of the interior. And it may need to get cut shorter, but we need another piece that can go right in there. Okay, so I'll pretty much just take a measurement, right? And in this case, it doesn't really need to be exact. We're just cutting a filler piece to go in front of the wheel wells. That is better. So that all the way back, you can't see. So that all the way back fits perfectly. I think we are making progress. Alright, so I got these on there. I used tape to hold them in place and glue them together. The super glue and the Insta-Set. And I don't have the one for this side shaped yet, but I have the inner wheel well for this side done. And what I'm going to do is put it in there with tape, right? Because it keeps wanting to fall out, I had to get it just a little bit undersized to get it to fit, right? So there we go. And then I'll put super glue in there and hit it with the Insta-Set. So this is where we are right now. I've been using the .030 thickness styrene, and I might still use this in the interior Actually, there's probably enough there to finish off the interior, and if I need to make a tonneau cover, I can cut off another piece to cover it up. And this is going to get painted. It's not going to stay that aluminum color. And my cat's making noise. What I want to do is take some of this 020 thickness, this 0.5 millimeter, and see if I can make some pieces for the tailgate's going to be what it is. I want to see if I can make some pieces to fit underneath here to fill in the gaps in the bed sides. Alright, little progress update here. So this is the start of the interior. I was just getting ready to cut one of the, I think this one, or maybe this one. Getting ready to cut this in half to make the supports for the seat. Alright, so I just want to show you where I am right now. I don't know if I showed this before. So I got the seat ready to go in. I put a gear shifter in there, and it is a paper clip that I bent to shape and cut off, and took a little drill bit that fit, it was about the same size, and I drilled a hole and stuck it in there. And then I took another one and made a hole for the steering wheel. This is a reproduction Hong Kong Sweet 16 steering, or early Redline car. It's a reproduction steering wheel for those cars. I saved the outside of the protective coating on the paper clip, and my idea is to take this little piece that I cut off and paint it black and put it back on there for the gear shift knob. I did put an armrest and a window crank on each of the insides, and then I have this left over from the Jeeps that I used for the build off with Matchbox Mark, and I want to use this to cover the seats. Alright, we're going to go with Createx Pearl Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you a Matchbox Roll-O-Matics wildlife truck reimagined. Into an F100 with a bed and interior. The orange glass is gone. Let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. So we got rid of the kid paint, cut out the bed, built a new bed for it, completely built a scratch-built interior. Had a few snags along the way. If you'll notice, the passenger side front edge of the roof is a little bit different color. I was touching the paint last night to see if it was dry. It wasn't. I went to brush off the mark that I left, and I actually wet my thumb and wiped some of the paint off. Oh, what was I thinking? I don't know. Put the green light wheels on it. Chromed both bumpers. Detailed the turn signals front and taillights in the back. Door handles on the side. The glass, you originally had orange glass. I did not want to do an orange glass in this truck. I ended up taking .007 clear film and heating it up with my mini hairdryer over the original glass and doing my best to make it fit. It's not perfect, but I think it looks a lot better than what was in there. You can see a little bit of white through the back. The seat came loose when I was test fitting it to get the glass in. But that when I originally had the interior in, that was sitting lower and you couldn't see the white area there. Put a gear shift in it with a shift knob. I did chrome the center part of the steering wheel, left the exact center black like it's a horn button. Put a little bit on the gauges. I used the Molotow on the gear shift shaft itself and a little bit on the dashboard to simulate radio and temperature controls and glove box button, Molotow door handles and locks. I'm extremely happy with how this came out. Thank you, Ron, over at SoMo Diecast, for doing this build off with me. You're a great friend. If you guys have not seen his channel, go over there and check him out. There'll be a link in the description. Don't forget, I am on Instagram now. You'll see beauty shots of my completed builds on there. I'm also on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, you can get sneak peeks and things that are going to be coming up on the channel. As always, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Click that like button for me. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate seeing all those likes. Leave a comment down below. Tell me who you are, what you got going on. If you liked it, if you would do something different, put that in the comments. I read every comment and answer most of them. Ring the bell for notifications. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I will see you next time. If you know what I'm talking about. You know more than me right now. Back to this. No, cat, you're not going to make noise.